You may have heard the news. Last week, we learned that The Late Show will be ending in May. Over the weekend, it sunk in that they're killing off our show. But they made one mistake. They left me alive. Over the weekend, somebody at CBS followed up their gracious press release with a gracious anonymous leak saying they pulled the plug on our show because of losses pegged between $40 million and $50 million a year.
Why did Stephen Colbert respond to Trump with just one cryptic phrase, and what does it reveal about their fiery feud? This one word has sparked more controversy than Trump's entire Twitter history, and that's saying something. We're diving into the one-liner that had the internet buzzing, and how Colbert expertly dismantled Trump's media antics. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Stephen Colbert didn't need a flashy monologue or a sharp punchline to take down Trump. He just needed 3 words. Go with yourself. It was calm, collected, and cutting, the kind of response that hits twice as hard because it's so simple. The moment came after Trump celebrated Colbert's show being canceled, gleefully crowing about the news as if he personally pulled the plug. This was just Trump being Trump, of course. He has been at war with any media personality, or anyone really, who doesn't sing his praises like he's the second coming of Abraham Lincoln. Colbert's response was a pointed jab, but it wasn't just about his show. No, this was about something much deeper, the pattern of deception and overpromising that Trump has peddled for years. Remember when Trump publicly promised to release files on his old pal Jeffrey Epstein? That was going to be the game changer, right? Well, spoiler alert, nothing happened. Not a peep, not a tweet, not a single document. Critics, Colbert included, have latched onto moments like these as proof of Trump's endless ability to hype himself up only to come up short.
On Friday, Donald Trump posted, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings." The president went on, "I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next." Nope, no, absolutely not, Kimmel. I am the martyr, okay? How dare you, sir? Would an untalented man be able to compose the following satirical witticism? Go yourself.
Leaving a string of broken promises in the rearview mirror. But it doesn't stop at Epstein. There's a list of Trump promises that could fill a library. Take his claim about protecting Medicaid. He swore up and down that he'd leave it alone. But as soon as the cameras were off, he was on a budget-slashing spree faster than you can say, "Medicaid who?" Bernie Sanders recently called him out, branding Trump's Epstein backpedal as just another chapter in a long, twisted tale of dodging transparency. And when Trump faces backlash, does he own up to it? Not a chance. Whether it's slapping lawsuits on journalists or deflecting with petty insults, his playbook is one of deflection and distraction. That's what made Colbert's 3 words so brilliant. He didn't just poke fun at Trump's ego, he cut through the noise.
I am not Donald Trump. That guy has got a lot of problems. First of all, the Jeffrey Epstein scandal just won't kill itself. Back in March, 1,000 FBI agents were put on 24-hour shifts to review approximately 100,000 Epstein-related records and instructed to flag any documents that mentioned Donald Trump. Join Democrats to vote to release the Epstein files. That would be a majority of Congress. So, in response, today, Speaker Mike Johnson shut down the House until September to block a vote on the Epstein files.
Slicing into the hollow core of someone who's all talk, no follow-up. This wasn't just comedy, it was truth wrapped in humor. And that's a battle Trump can't spin away from. What's a canceled late-night show worth? Well, CBS apparently thought $16 million might do the trick. That's how much they paid Trump in a settlement over a lawsuit many legal experts described as, let's be polite here, exceptionally frivolous. The timing, though, is what really has people spinning. This hefty payout landed right as Stephen Colbert's show was being taken off the air, leaving everyone wondering, was this Trump cash-out connected to silencing one of his most vocal critics? The dots are awfully close together. Some are calling the settlement a big fat bribe to pave the way for peace, specifically peace in the middle of a corporate merger. You see, CBS's parent company, Paramount, was in the process of sealing a major deal, and Trump, the former apprentice of lawsuits, was adding his usual chaos to the mix. Colbert himself didn't hold back when addressing this, slyly pointing out how corporations often find ways to soothe Trump's ego.
According to court records, Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times. Now, that doesn't mean he did anything illegal, but it's not a great look when you fly on the pedophile's plane enough times to earn diamond pervert status.
I would give everybody a caveat, or that's a big word, but a warning that just because somebody flew on a plane doesn't mean they're a headgum pedophile. You've got innocent people on those flight logs that flew. President Trump has admitted he flew on those flights, and dozens of other Americans, I'm sure, wrote.
Nice try, buddy. But you can't folksy your way out of this one.
Your Honor, my client is not responsible for all those doggone corpses they found.
Even if it means throwing their own people under the bus. And he wasn't wrong to say it. His "go with yourself" line now feels less like a joke and more like a mic drop on the whole charade. But let's be clear, this isn't just about Colbert. Jon Stewart, another comedy heavyweight, has also taken aim at what he sees as a concerning trend in media: bowing to Trump's bullying in the name of business. Stewart described this kind of capitulation as dangerous, claiming it sends the message that journalism and truth can be sold off like product placements. And that brings us back to Trump's long-running feud with the media, which isn't just about him throwing tantrums on Truth Social. It's part of a broader strategy. This payout isn't a victory lap. It's a warning shot to anyone else thinking about challenging him. What makes this all even murkier is the revelation that Paramount was already negotiating Colbert's contract.
On Friday, the Wall Street Journal dropped an absolute bombshell. They are reporting that in 2003, Trump sent a birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday that was sexually suggestive. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump's letter featured several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman, which appears to be hand-drawn with heavy marker. Yeah, it's the most inappropriate birthday gift since Carvel debuted Fudgy the Hung Like a Whale. That means Donald Trump has drawn pubic hair on every executive order.
When his show was suddenly axed. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe this isn't just about cash or merger politics. Maybe it's both, a corporate chessboard where independent voices get sacrificed. Trump knows how to play that game. The question is, does the rest of the media? Stephen Colbert's 3-word response wasn't just a joke. It was a spotlight on a much bigger problem. In a world packed with spin, deception, and narrative control, Colbert's humor wasn't about getting laughs. It was about cutting through the noise and reminding everyone of the truth. The $16 million payout, the canceled show, and Trump's media taunts, none of this exists in a vacuum. It's a reminder to ask hard questions. Who's pulling the strings behind what we see and hear? If one well-aimed phrase rattled Trump this much, imagine what could happen if people started holding power accountable together.